Hi, everybody. This is Dan O'Connor, and today we're going to talk about what to do when you find someone that you care about engaging in behavior such as you find your kids sexting.
DanO'ConnorTraining.com.
My father was a great master teacher. Remember, how do we teach? We teach by example. And my father taught me, whether he knew it or not, what to do when somebody you love is exhibiting outrageous behavior. I remember we were riding in a car together and I was thinking to myself the whole time, oh my God, if we could just drive into the hell mouth so that I could be sucked into, I don't mind burning in hell for eternity as long as I don't have to hear anything about what I was just caught doing. You know, I remember the drive and my dad didn't say anything, but he sat with me and corrected the problem. It wasn't that big of a deal looking back at it, but I thought it was at the time. You know, he made me go through the right steps so I could rectify the problem and not go to jail. And he didn't really say a word, but what he let me know was, just as I'm with you in all of the good times and when I am proud of you, I'm with you in the bad times and the difficult times when I think you might need a little bit of guidance as well. But I'm with you because you are mine. And so imagine if you were caught doing something, that you were ashamed of or that you knew was wrong, but you did it anyway, because we all do it every now and then. Not me anymore, but we've all been known to do it. And the people who you feared the most would find out. Let's just say that you're religious. One of your religious figures, God or Jesus, what would they do? Or, Buddha. What would you expect them to say to you? And that's really what we should be saying to our loved ones when we find them doing these things. Once we get over the initial shock, like, that's your whoa, to say to somebody, well, first of all, to take responsibility. We all have a part in everybody's actions. I have to take responsibility for the current state of affairs in Washington, D.C. because I am part of this community. I am part of the voting pool. I am part of the world. I am part of the human race. And it is an impossibility for me to claim power. How can I possibly claim any power to make change in the world if I don't take responsibility for the current state of affairs and take a good hard look at what my part is? Just as, when we see our children or our nephews or our coworkers or our spouses, whomever it may be, doing something where we're so proud of them and we think, that's my baby, that's my baby, that's my baby. We're claiming them. We should take that same spirit when they need it the most. And when we see them doing something that we think, oh my God, how could you do that? Imagine how it would make you feel if the people who you were afraid the most would find out, said to you, well, I want you to know that, I think this is what my dad said to me actually, not that long ago. He said something like, he gave me a big hug when I had just revealed something to him that was just horrible. And I said to him, as he came in, I said to him something such as, Dad, I just want you to know. And he said, no, don't say anything, don't say anything. I just want you to know I'm here and I'll always be here. Something like that. He gave me a big hug and he said, I just want you to know that, we'll get through it together or something like that. And I thought, that's so nice that I will never forget those few and far between moments where when I felt as though I deserved it the least, that person who I was looking to see, how do I behave? When we look to our brothers or sisters who are older, or our parents or our bosses, or just anyone we admire, we're looking to so many people to see, how do I behave in these situations? And when they respond with kindness, there's so much power in that. The people doing it will never know, but the people who receive kindness when they need it will never forget it. And from that point forward, that person will be like, that's how somebody like you treats somebody like me when I'm in this position, you know, because we all know what it's like for people to say to us, you know, like let's say that somebody were to find your sexting pictures. Not that you do that. But let's say that, you know, somebody were to pick up your phone and find pictures that, you know, and you were 16 again, and they were to find, you know, you taking pictures of snap, 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 and they were to say to you when you thought, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, if they were to say, sweetheart, I want you to know that I am taking responsibility for this just as much as you are taking responsibility for this, because just like in all the good times, we are together in this, what is going to be a difficult time, because we're going to have to figure out how we got here and how we're going to move forward from this. But we're going to do it together because that's how we roll around here. Imagine if somebody said that to you when they could have said to you something like, oh my God, you slut! You know what I mean? So if you have the chance to extend that kindness, because what that teaches them is it's not even about that thing that they just did. Remember, we all have the same problem and we all have the same solution. And it all comes down to, I just want to somehow get my needs met, even though I don't even know what they are, while showing everybody great love and receiving great love. And if I could just do that for a moment in time, I think things would be okay. That's what we're all looking for. You know, apart from the whole power play at work and the backstabbers and the gossips and the sexting and the cheats and the this and that and the other, that's it. And when somebody in one of those moments where you are most vulnerable shows you only kindness, that teaches you by demonstration so much more than the simple, what appears to be lesson at hand, because it's all really a lesson in kindness and love. And when you can be the teacher of that, there's no stopping you. There's no telling where that ripple effect will end. There's no telling. You can change generations, as my parents have done, of people, not by what you say, but by who you are in those moments. So I hope that if you find yourself in one of those moments, you choose to be a kind, compassionate, merciful person, because that is how you change the whole world.